Raya, I like to say Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shah, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Rakak, Kwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS, and salutations to you brothers out there that's doing this work in truth and sincerity. So Romans 10 and 14. How then shall they call on him in whom they have not believed? And who is this talking about? This is talking about Israelites being scattered throughout the nation. How are they supposed to believe in a power they know nothing about? These Israelites will be following the customs of Greeks and Romans. So they wouldn't know nothing about who you call Jesus or who you call God, which is Yahweh and Yahweh Shah. They wouldn't know nothing about them because these are, for an example, let's use this as an example. Let's say you took a Christian, right? And this Christian was forced to, let's say, go to Russia. No, not Russia. Let's say this Christian was forced to go to um, North Korea. And Kim Jong-un said, you got to take the image down of that so-called white man, and you got to put up my image, worship my image, and believe in my image. And if you don't, you die right along with your family. And then you turn around, you disannul who you used to believe in, and now you just have to believe in Kim Jong-un. You're forced to do that, right? Well, guess what? Your children and the children after them will only believe in Kim Jong-un because that's all they have known. So guess what? That would make them Gentiles. This is what you got to understand. So Israelites that's been scattered throughout the world only believe in what they have known. So by them only knowing these things, they would not have known the Lord. That's why the Lord said, for ye have forgotten of me. Matter of fact, let's get that. So let me get this real quick. This is let me show you this. This is Jeremiah 23 and 27, right? Jeremiah 23 and 27. Let's get it. It says, it says, I want to get a lot on this. I would rather go into all of this and then get 27, because 27, that's going to be the cut right there. So let's just start up from the top, because we actually went into a little bit of this earlier, right? Going into the scattered sheep. So this is going to prove what I'm talking about in Romans, the 10th chapter. So let's just get it. Jeremiah 23 and 1. Woe be unto the pastors that destroy and scatter the sheep of my pasture, saith the Lord. Therefore thus saith the Lord, power of Israel, God of Israel, against the pastors that feed my people, ye have scattered my flock, and driven them away, and not have visited them. Behold, I will visit upon you the evil of your doing, saith the Lord. And I will gather the remnant of my flock out of all countries whither I have driven them, and I will bring them again to their fold, and they shall be fruitful and increase. And I will set up shepherds over them, which shall feed them, and they shall fear no more, nor be dismayed, neither shall they be lacking, saith the Lord. Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that I will raise unto David a righteous branch, and a king shall reign and prosper, and shall execute judgment and justice in the earth. And his days Judah shall be saved, and Israel shall dwell safely. And this is his name whereby he shall be called the Lord our righteousness. Therefore, behold, the days come, saith the Lord, that they shall no more say, the Lord liveth, which brought up the children of Israel out of the land of Egypt. And Salakia, if I'm reading it too fast, but I want to get down to the point. But I'm going to try to get the context of the scriptures. But the Lord liveth, which brought up and which led the seed of the house of Israel out of the north country, and from all countries whither I have driven them, and they shall dwell in their own land. My heart within me is broken because of the prophets. All my bones shake. I am like a drunken man, and like a man whom wine hath overcome, because of the Lord and because of the words of his holiness. For the land is full of adultery, Salakia. For the land is full of adulterers, for because of swearing, the land mourneth. The pleasant places of the wilderness are dried up, and their course is evil, and their force is not right. For both prophet and priest are profane, yea, and my house have I found their wickedness, saith the Lord. Wherefore their ways shall be unto them as slippery ways in the darkness. they shall be driven on and fall therein, for I will bring evil upon them, even the year of their visitation, saith the Lord. And I have seen folly in the prophets of Samaria. They prophesied in Baal, and cursed my people Israel to Salakia, and caused my people Israel to err. I have seen also in the prophets of Jerusalem an horrible thing. They commit adultery and walk in lies. They strengthen also the hands of the evildoers, that none doeth return from his wickedness. They are all of them unto me as Sodom, and in the inhabitants thereof as Gomorrah. Therefore thus saith the Lord of hosts concerning the prophets, Behold, I will feed them with wormwood, and make them drink the water of gall. For from the prophets of Jerusalem is profaneness going forth into all the land. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, Hearken not unto the words of the prophets that prophesied unto you. They make you vain, they speak a vision their own heart, and not out of the mouth of the Lord. And how do you speak out of the mouth of the Lord? By reading the scriptures, by going over the prophecies in the scriptures, and not making up things of your own. They say still unto them that despise me, the Lord hath said, Ye shall have peace. And they say unto every one that walketh after the imagination of his own heart, no evil shall come upon you. And when I say when I say prophesy, right, out of the book, Matthew 24 talk about prophecies. Daniel's talk about prophecies. Revelations talk about prophecies, right? There's many prophecies in the book, man, right? Second Esdras, right? You can go into these prophecies so you don't end up a false prophet. And you don't want to put a time on a prophecy because you don't know at the time. You don't know. You don't know the time. No know at the time. Not even the sun. So how the hell you gonna come up with the time? You don't know when the Yahweh Shah is gonna come. You don't know when you don't know when the banks are gonna crash. You don't know. You don't know when a dollar is gonna be done away with. You don't know these things. All we could do is speak on these things that's gonna take place, but we can't give a date and a time, man. We don't know that. Only Yahweh knows that, right? Only he knows when he's gonna send his son back. Only he knows. So don't put a date on nothing, man. Just speak these words and that's it. Let's keep going. Jeremiah 23:17. They say still unto them that despise me, the Lord hath said, ye shall have peace. And they say unto everyone that walketh after the imagination of his own heart, no evil shall come upon you. For who have stood in the council? That's pastors, man. Pastors always talk about being blessed and prosperous and evil shall not come your way. But the Lord is about to bring great evil to the earth, right? So if you're going to say evil shall not come, and the scripture says when there evil be done in the city, have the Lord not done it? So let's keep going. It says, for who have stood in the counsel of the Lord, Jeremiah 23:18, for who have stood in the counsel of the Lord and have perceived and heard his word, who have marked his words and heard it. Behold, a whirlwind of the Lord is going forth in fury, even a grievous whirlwind, it shall fall grievously upon the head of the wicked. The anger of the Lord shall not return until he have executed, until he have performed the thoughts of his heart. In the latter days he shall consider it perfectly. I have not sent these prophets, yet they ran. I have not spoken to them, yet they prophesied. But if they have stood in my counsel and had caused my people to hear my words, then they should have turned them from their evil way and from the evil of their doing. Am I a power, a hand? Salaki, let me read it Barbatim. Am I a God at hand, saith the Lord, and not a God afar off? Can any hide himself in secret places that I should not see him, saith the Lord? Do not I fill heaven and earth, saith the Lord? I have heard what the prophet said, that prophesied lies in my name, saying, I have dreamed. How long shall this be in the heart of the prophets that prophesy lies? Yea, they are prophets of deceit of their own heart, which think to cause my people to forget my name. They have what? They have forgotten the name of the Lord. You have forgotten the Lord. You have forgotten his word. This is the point. It says, which think to cause my people to forget my name by their dreams, which they have tell every man to his neighbor, as their fathers have forgotten my name, for Baal, for Baal, for Baal, for Baal. Salakia, for Baal, right? So if our people have forgotten the Lord because of the wickedness that our people was doing, then that would explain Romans 10. That would explain this right here, right? Man, Romans 10 and 14. How then shall they call on him in whom they have not believed? And how shall they believe in him of whom they have not heard? And how shall they hear without a preacher? And how shall they preach except they be sent? As it is written, how beautiful are the feet of them that preach the gospel, peace, and bring glad tidings of good tidings. Right? So this is why men had to be sent within those nations to teach unto who? The Israelites that didn't know Yahweh Shai. So again, Romans 10 and 14. How then shall they call on him in whom they have not believed? And how shall they believe in him of whom they have not heard? And how shall they hear without a preacher? This is why you have this. I'm gonna end it from here and say Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shah, Barak the Yahweh, Barak the Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Rakak Wadash, double unto the apostles and elders of GMS, and salutations to you brothers out there that's doing this work in truth and sincerity.